Yesterday, when I posted my video, I teased at that time that there was some updates that were coming for the business. And for those of you that have been, following along, not necessarily on Flip, but definitely on YouTube, you guys have seen where I have said, hey, I'm trying this or that. And most of those haven't worked out. But this time, however, there is something that is completely different. Um, I am going to be doing something that other junk removal businesses would never think of doing. Um, and I'm not in competition with them by any means. In fact, I personally think that if you have opposing businesses, you shouldn't necessarily be competing with each other. You should try to find a way to work with each other. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But at the same time, I'm still, trying to figure out how to remain profitable with the free side of my business, which you guys know I go around and I pick up appliances and scrap metal and stuff. So I sat down with a couple of people and we try to figure out, what to do to make that part of the business more profitable, because that's going to keep me from being in competition with other junk removal businesses in the area. So, if you guys want to know what that is going to look like, or what it is that I'm talking about, then you need to stay watching the video until the very end, because that's when I'm going to reveal what it is that's actually going on. I'm here at the storage unit getting ready to start ripping appliances apart. I technically have 11 appliances if you want to include this treadmill, but I'm not including that. So without that, I've got 10 appliances that need to be taken apart between now and this coming Monday. Today is Friday. But before I can start taking those apart, I've got to get the steel out of here, so the trampoline frame, and then I probably have to start classifying the stuff that's in the back of my truck. Anyway, I'm going to get started and I will let you know how things go today. Here are the appliances I have left. I have this window AC unit, which is R32. These two AC units right here are R32. This one is R22, 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 R22. The only one I don't know is this one right here. I'll find that out tomorrow. I also took care of the 4 appliances I got my hands on yesterday, so that that treadmill there and the 3 dehumidifiers, and I also took care of the black beverage cooler that was in here. So this is what I have over here so far. Here's all of my radiators. I have 7 electric motors, I believe, and then 17 sealed units. There's all of my copper, there's my drop, there's my radiator ends, and then I still have all that stuff in the back of the truck as well. Anyway, I have to get out of here. I have some equipment I have to order so I can take care of these R32 machines. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of where things are at today. I can't wait to tell you guys what the big news is. Stay tuned. Today is Sunday, and I'm back at the storage unit for another day of pulling stuff apart. Here's where things are at. These 2 appliances that are R32, and then this one right here that's R32. I had to order some special equipment for these, because the vacuum pump and manifold set that I've got, which is right there, is not suitable for this type of refrigerant, because you need a special type of equipment that won't cause a spark, and unfortunately the stuff I have right now is not rated for that. So I had to order some just for the R32. And then today my goal is to take this one apart and those two apart and possibly that one apart. Those are all R22. So, and then I have to check that one down there on the bottom. I don't know what type of refrigerant that is. For all I know, it could be another R32. I'm not sure. But today we'll find out, hopefully. And so that's where things are at. I'm going to get to it, and I will let you know how things go. Here's what my trailer looks like right now. It's Sunday, and I just finished up processing the last little bit of these that I can process right now. So that's the trailer. I'll show you what's in the storage unit. And of course, I still have the stuff in the back of my truck I need to go through too, but that's not going to take very long. Alright, so in this area was all the appliances. And as you can see, I got them all squared away, including that big one that was sitting on the ground right here. The only ones I have left I still have to do is these two here and this one, because those are the R32, which so I can't do anything with them right now. The only thing I wasn't able to get done today was cutting up this radiator, because unfortunately all of my batteries died. Anyway, over here I've got 20 sealed units. I've got over 10 electric motors. I think there's a dozen there. There's all of my radiator ends so far. This is my copper and drop. And these are all of my radiators. This one I was going to cut the ends off of, because it is copper aluminum. And I could get, money for the radiator ends. But this one I did that too. And then it started separating. So I got, this piece came off, and then these right here started to come off. So I left them on. They can deal with it. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to be able to get this insulation and plastic out of here, and maybe clear out some of these bins too. I have somebody coming in the morning to drop off part of a furnace, and the money I would get from the furnace basically would cover the disposal cost of all the plastic. So I will come back here tomorrow and we will take it from there. By the way, don't forget to stay watching if you want to see what the big announcement is. Today is the day I go cash all of this stuff in. I tried to keep it as organized as I could. So on the far right, underneath the totes is the little bit of loose steel that I had. Of course, here is all of my drop. I've got radiators that are kind of scattered around in here a little bit. There's my cord, or my, not cord, copper. Radiator ends there. Down here is my aluminum and aluminum breakage. And then, see if I can get a shot right there. Yep, down there you can see all of my sealed units. I'd like you guys to try and take a guess as to how much weight I have in the back of my truck now. You don't have to calculate in the weight of the steel, just the copper, aluminum, radiators, all that stuff. And then on my trailer is all of this. I have this all ready to go. So I am on my way to the scrap yard right now to drop all this stuff off. I'm gonna try and get back here and clean up a little bit, and then I will update you guys, and I will let you know at that time what the big reveal or surprise or update or whatever it is you want to call it. I'm not going to give you a breakdown before I get back to the storage unit, so if you want to know the breakdown, stay tuned. So there has been a little change in plans today. I was going to go home, and then somebody at the scrap yard asked me if I would follow them to their property And so I came here. Oh, there's a big hole in the floor. And they've got this trailer full of all of these appliances that need to go. And I've only got like a couple days to do it, and then depending on how that goes, they may have me come back here at a later time to pick up a bunch more stuff, because there are more semi-trailers full of things. So I picked, this is the trailer. That's the stuff that we grabbed from other parts of the property, but this trailer is going to be full by the time I leave. Anyway, I better get to it. So here's where things are at. I did not make it back to the storage unit and clean up. I ended up, like I said in the previous clip, getting contacted by that guy while I was at the storage unit, or not storage unit, at the scrapyard. And in fact, he was there too. And he asked me to come to his property, and I showed you guys what's in the trailer. Apparently after that trailer is cleared out, there's going to be more stuff that has to go. But he has to go through that right now. And so I said in the previous clip I was not going to give you the breakdown of how much weight I brought there today, but I'm going to anyway. So anyway, what I have is 650 pounds of shreddable tin for what I dropped off in the big pile. And I'll go over that in just a second. And then I had 43 pounds of aluminum breakage, 27 pounds of radiator ends, 33 pounds of drop, 25 pounds of number 2 copper, 1 pound of yellow brass, 72 pounds of radiators, 68 pounds of electric motors, another 28 pounds of shreddable tin, and that's because it was one of the big electric motors, but there was too much exterior steel on it, and so they couldn't buy it as electric motor. They had to buy it as shreddable tin. And then I had, this is the sealed units now, 498 pounds of sealed units. So I'm not doing the math in my head, but that's a lot of weight considering what I dropped off today. And then I picked up another 16 appliances at that guy's house, and I will show you guys that in tomorrow's video, when I start tomorrow's video. And then I think I have somebody dropping off another 2 appliances, I believe, today. So it's going to be another decent payout at the scrap metal yard tomorrow. So now, one of the things I'd like to say is you guys have been following this video, and I've been saying that there are some big announcements to make, which there definitely is. So one announcement is that well, I shouldn't say one announcement. There's a couple. One announcement is that I am now going to be working with one of the landfills that's in my county, and in fact they actually have 2 locations. There's one right by me, and then there's another one that's about an hour and 15 minutes away. And I think they want me to go to both. And then there's another landfill that's an hour from me in the opposite direction, and sounds like they want me to come there too. And again, I'm picking up appliances and I'm not charging them, so they want me to come because in a way it's like keeping the appliances out of the landfill. They are keen on taking part in that service. I also have another landfill that we're going to be calling to see if we can get in there too. And when I say we, it's because it's not just myself anymore. I have somebody that is making the phone calls for me and setting the appointments, and then I'm paying them once I get paid off of what I pick up. Now there's another announcement which actually just came in today. it sounds like, as long as this isn't a scam, it sounds like my business, Belle Plaine Junk Removal, is going to be featured on the radio station K102. And that's apparently going to happen in August. So we will see if that is true or not. Could be a scam. Anyway, so those are the announcements for today. Those are the big announcements I was talking about with the 2 landfills. I'm going to cut this video off. It seems like this clip is about 5 minutes long. So anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Helps me out. Have a great day.